If I could tell you one thing about change, it would be this. It feels uncomfortable. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something wrong. It might mean you're finally doing something different. We've been taught to avoid discomfort our entire lives, avoid rejection, failure, embarrassment, even uncertainty, and pain. But here's the problem in that. Everything you've ever wanted lives on another side of something uncomfortable. For example, comfort is designed to keep you the same. Your brain loves predictability. It loves routines. It loves certainty. Not because certainty always makes you happy, but because certainty feels safe. And that's why it's so much easier to stay where you are than to risk becoming someone new. Comfort isn't evil either, but comfort has one job: to keep things exactly as they are. If your current habits, relationships, or mindsets aren't serving you, comfort becomes a prison. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that growth should feel natural. Because it rarely does. The first time you speak up for yourself, it'll feel awkward. The first time you set a boundary, you might feel guilty. The first time you go to the gym, you will feel out of place. The first time you start therapy, you're going to be nervous. The first time you chase a dream, you're terrified. Not because those things are wrong, but because they're unfamiliar. Your brain interprets unfamiliarity as discomfort. And people often mistake that discomfort for a sign to quit. Have you ever noticed how strange it feels to become someone different? The shy person feels fake when they speak confidently. The person who always procrastinates feels fake when they become disciplined. The people pleaser feels guilty when they say no. And this is because you're asking your brain to accept a new identity. And identities don't change overnight. They change through repetition, through the uncomfortable feeling, and doing it enough times to prove that you're not just pretending. A better way to look at it is it's proof of practice, because discomfort is a price of growth. Think about every single meaningful thing in life. Building muscle hurts. Learning a new skill is frustrating. Falling in love is vulnerable. Healing from trauma is exhausting. Forgiving someone is difficult. Starting over is terrifying. Every worthwhile change asks something of you. Not because life is unfair. Well, it is, but unrelated. Because growth always requires giving up the comfort of who you were. Now, obviously, with that, there will be hidden costs of staying the same. Or staying too comfortable, since we already used that word. People always talk about the costs of change, right? But very few people talk about the costs of staying the same. Like, what are the costs of never chasing your dreams? Or what if you're staying in the wrong relationship or not speaking your mind? Comfort has price too. But the difference is it charges you slowly, one day at a time, until one day you wake up and you realize that you've spent years living a life that you never truly even wanted. But I think we're asking the wrong questions. Instead of saying, how do I avoid this or get rid of it? Maybe we should say, which discomfort is worth choosing? Like, which one would I pick over this one? Because either way, life is going to be uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable staying where you are. It's uncomfortable changing. But one discomfort can lead to regret, and the other can lead to growth. And you get to choose which one you live with. The people who grow the most aren't fearless. They've simply stopped treating discomfort like an enemy. They expect it, they welcome it, they understand that feeling nervous before a big decision doesn't mean they're making the wrong one. It often just means they're making an important one. Now, confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward anyway. Growth isn't the absence of discomfort. It's learning that discomfort is often a sign you're becoming someone new. So at the end of the day, you can't become a new person while living exactly like the old one. Growth asks for something. It asks you to risk rejection, to risk failure, to risk looking foolish every once in a while, or to be uncertain. Because the life you've always wanted was never hiding inside your comfort zone. It was waiting just beyond it. So the next time change feels uncomfortable, don't immediately assume you're going on the wrong path. You might finally be on the right one. Because change requires discomfort, and discomfort is always the first sign that transformation has already begun. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you. Every single person watching this series reminds me why I started making these videos. To help us understand not just how we behave, but how we grow. Again, I wanted to say, don't fear discomfort. If you're spending your life wondering who you could have become if you'd embrace it. Thank you. As always, stay Rohly.